Hey everyone, it's Rightplan here from Novagamer. We are back with the mighty quest for epic loot. So this is going to be a new castle building video. We haven't done one of those in a while. The last one we did was an attack video, I believe, and just showing you the new open beta. We're still in open beta, it hasn't come out full-fledged yet, but let's get started. So what I did was, as you can see, I've improved and gone up a lot of levels since our last video. So now we can build a better castle than last time. The reason why I did this is, first of all, this is the best way to start building your castle. So you got your entrance, your final, and then you can put all of your mines in one room so that you can start adding rooms on. You don't have to keep moving these around until the very end, and you can start plopping them in one by one when you want them. So it's more organized for when you're starting your castle build. As you can see, back here I was doing really well. You can see lots of yellow. That guy really didn't like my castle. So you can see that there is a lot of yellow back when I was lower level, and it was doing really well. But now I just recently decided to redo my castle because, as you can see, the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks have gone through, and they are using less and less potions. Because I kind of had an idea that was used back in, I believe the last time was level 20-ish. What was the last big win cycle? Right here. Level 27. So yeah, around level 25, level 27-ish. So we're going to build a new one with higher levels with some tricks that I've noticed. So I tried to put the entrance a little bit away because you can always plop that on at the end. It's harder to plop this on at the end because it's bigger, and there actually is a limit to how far you go. So if you look here, it starts going red out here. So you don't want to go that far out. I normally put this one right at the back, and that way I know I can't go any further. So I start there and work my way towards the entrance up here. So one trick that I was doing with one of my castle designs is I had only 2 rooms. Alright, there you go. So before I only had 2 rooms like this. This wasn't the one I just had, but this was an idea I had before. So basically they would... Actually, that's not a good piece. Show you guys the actual way I used to do it. It was like this. So there you go. So that worked well for a while because I could put a trap, a really nice trap here, and then a really nice trap on the other side, and they had to get through the 2 of them to get into here. But then I didn't have as much room for monsters in here, so once they got in, it was a lot easier to kill. And people are still doing that trick where they're pulling in right to here, where they're grabbing all the monsters and then running out to your entrance out here so that they can attack the monsters. It is a smaller area to attack, but they have no traps attacking them. So I realized the only way to really try to win the game now is you need to design not only a good castle, but a good onslaught of monsters. So if they do try to drag them to the very beginning, either A, you want to make it difficult for them to go back through, or B, you want to make it so that if they did go back through, that there's a lot of monsters that are going to kill them. So one sec here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to build a long castle with a lot of traps all the way through, so that somebody who pulls the monsters at the end is not going to want to drag them all the way back to the beginning again. So I want a castle that has a lot of windy turns. So let's go with this one. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. And let's add an extension on that. Now what I find is difficult with this is, one problem I'm having lately with building castles is when you want to try to do what I'm about to do, it's really hard to get the second piece in, because then you're making this a really wide open area, so they have chances to move around. So you need to add some kind of traps in here, and that's where these castles differ. So in case you're wondering why it's red, it's because this isn't attached to it yet. So once you move this in, it'll light up, because you have to have a minimum of 1 room and it has to be attached. Alright, so let's move that out of the way. Let's try. No, I don't really want that. That's too... Now the problem with this one is it looks good because you got this small entrance. But the problem is you got a big, huge open area here that involves a lot of trap placements to make this place not worth dragging your monsters into to kill them. So you have to think that the whole way through. You want to be able to make it so that it's a difficult castle is a key, but you want to make it sure that people do not want to go back through your castle. That makes them forced to stay in the monster room and kill the boss and all the monsters you put in there, which is a lot better. Let's go with this one. No. This one. And can't really get past that big opening, so I'm just going to have to design a trap for right here. So, move the entrance. Now you don't have to set this up just exactly this way, obviously. You can have your twists and turns going any way you want, or you can not follow this path at all. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with this one, maybe? Actually, yeah, this one will do pretty good. And how many rooms I got left? One more room. So let's make one more curve. Let's go with this one. It's not gonna work. The reason why it's not gonna work is I can't go that far, and I can't go past here. If I try to go past that one, it goes red too. So I need to move everything up slightly.
Ah, the place is coming along nicely.
And the final one. Oh, I'm gonna need 2 spots.
Now this is what I call a hideout.
There, see, my old design is still losing because it's a terrible
That's
design.
more like it.
This is exactly why we need to rebuild. Let's go with this one. Now I want to make it more windy. Let's go summon, oops, architecture rooms, and go down to that nice windy one we already had in there, which is this one right here in case people want it. There we go. And then put your entrance in. Perfect. So now we have a really windy. And now I'm going to try to go with a trap way that I did before, and it seemed to have worked well at the time. And that's a lot of spike traps. So I can start right at the entrance. Start going in. Now the good thing about this is it makes so right at the entrance automatically he's going to be taking damage. So somebody doesn't want to, right off the get-go, doesn't want to come through. Another thing I don't like is it's such a waste because you're not getting all the power you need. I could put a springboard in here. Now I'll use that. Put another one of these here. Put another springboard. Now if you hold down Alt, you can make this one light that one up instead of this. Now let's see here. So I want to keep our spike strap going. Probably put one of these here. One of those there. Another one here. And another one here. Okay, so I wanted to put something there, but I can't. Alright, so put in another one of these. Let's go right here. No, it's not gonna work. Let's go right in the dead middle. Put another. Oh no, I'm all out. Here we go. So put a couple more spike traps in. Rock shawl. Now, if they don't catch right away, just go up a little bit, and there we go. You can see this is getting pretty deadly. So now the problem is that this is going to be a nice resting area for people. So you can do something like put a wheel in here. That'll make them not want to go in there as much. But one thing you can do to make it difficult is that people have to stop in there. So you can put one of these right there. And I'll move it up. I can put one of these cannons in here. There we go. So that'll make it so that when they do stop to attack this, they will get hit by that or this. So it gives that one extra hit points. The whole point of this design is to do as much damage as you can while they go through all this to get to your treasure room. And by the time they get here, they're so low on health. So I will put... I'm going to do something different. Where's my... can we move down one notch? No. Alright. I saw this trick before. I'm going to try it. So you put one of these here. And you put a trap going that way, that one going that way, that way, that way. And move that there. And now what this allows you to do is to put a whole bunch of bombs in here, and these traps all shoot in, and this one shoots that way, but they're slowed down by this goo. It makes it very difficult to get through. I know that because I died quite a bit trying to get through. So for those of you who have not set up these bomb traps often, you want to throw at least one corrosion mine right in the dead center, because this helps them take a lot more damage when they get hit by your bombs. There we go. So I noticed one time I was able to run right through, so I'm going to put another one of these right there. No, it's not going to work. Alright, so I got to get rid of this. Let's move this for now. I don't mind if they're in the treasure room, because when they are attacking your final group, they get in the way of clicking, so it helps a lot. Alright, so is this going to reach there now? No. So that's why that's not there. There we go. So that would explain why they didn't have a second trap there, because you need that there to get all the way through here. So that's quite a nasty trap if that works. If we have extra left over, we'll put a couple more right here. So that's a good start. And if they make it past this, then you have to start building more up here. You know, you don't want to put too many of these traps in because they take a lot of resources, and you'll be hurting for minions when you get to the end. So I'm gonna go with, you know what, I can actually move this right here. How far up can I move that? Right. No. No, 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 no. Okay, so gotta go there. Well, that means I can put the spring trap there now. Put this right here. I actually don't want that there just yet. I think what I want to do is put 2 of the Zeeks, which are, I haven't used any lately. I want to use some of these guys for those who haven't used this game yet. Right here, Zeke, they're archers, they do a ton of damage, and I want to put 2 of them there. Like so. And if they get past, if they squeeze through here, you can put one of these guys here like so. And then what you do is click on them and then target these guys. So if they attack him, they'll get these 2 on him.
Looking good, minion.
And this charge up I find takes too long to kill people now, so I use this on the spread eagle. Does 3 shots, they do a good amount of damage. And it's very hard to dodge. And then use these ones. And there we have it. So we got to there. So to make it a little more difficult, we got 9. So let me put in my, let's continue my, oops. Spike traps first. So there's no point in starting right there. Start right here. Alright. Get some more spike traps in here. Put in a couple springboards. You know, I'm gonna put down here with these guys one of these dampeners. Now, in case you guys haven't seen the last video, the reason why I'm moving this circle is it means that if this guy gets attacked, it'll call all these things that light up in the circle to go with it. So you want to make sure that you click on every one of your minions and that it makes it so that no matter which one they attack, they'll have the other ones come and help them. Like that. Alright, so I can move one of these over here. And the good thing about doing this is that if they're in a rush trying to pull everything through, they might not get one and then they gotta go back through your castle to get another one. So I'm probably not going to put too many minions at the end because I want to make this castle really trap damaging. So let's see. Put one of these, yes. But then I won't be able to put one there. Do is go like that, put another one of these in, and then put two more of these guys in. Where are they? Perfect. And now another thing you can throw in a couple times if you really want to do extra damage is this trap right here. The corrosion mine. The corrosion mine makes them take extra damage and damage over time as long as they stand in it. So I'm going to sell a bunch of traps I know I'm not going to need here. I'm not going to need 50 something of those. That was my old plan. Let's keep 20 for now. Alright, I might put another trap there, but I won't do that for now. But I will put in a corrosion mine here and one here. That means if they try to dodge these, they'll hit the corrosion mines instead. And these traps are all flinging them back in here towards these guys. Alright, so let's start with some more spike traps. You don't want to go too far because you might not be able to. Oops, I got tons of those on anybody. Because you might not be able to put more of these down, so you want to stop every now and then, make sure you get enough. Because they're just going to run in, go here, run straight across, and then go out. So, can I move this to here? And I'll put in, where's my, there he is, Pete Pone. I'll put another one here. doctor skull in each spot. Let them see Pete before they see the doctor. One thing I noticed is I can sneak past here all the time. So I'm just gonna put a little space there. And then put one. Are these guys gonna see? Get an idea. Where is my wagon wheel? Alright, that's not gonna work. I don't want that. I'll put in another spring trap. Guess I can't put that in either. Pete first. And up in the corner so they can't kill him as easy. And I want to summon one of these guys right here. And make him get these two. There we go. Just like so. Same thing here. Put one of these snotter guys right here. And make him get those two. So that makes it so they can't sneak past. Now we have a problem. So what I'll do is just move these like so. And how much do I have? I can put in 2 of these. There. See, this is the problem. You're getting close to the end, you get these big gaps. Gonna need a generator. I can put a... Oops. Did not want to do that. Alright, so I'll put in one of those walls, like so. That'll make it so if they try to run from this guy, they'll hit the wall. I can add 2 more of those there. See, it's a dangerous castle, but then you get here. So by the time I get all the way to here, I'm not going to have much left for minions. Alright, so they will stop you there. We are here. So let's continue with the spike traps, since that's what we're doing. Cash. So let's see if I place those right. I might add some things in there. Alright, that's not gonna work. Alright, so I should be able to... How far down can I go? Right to here. Alright, since I can't put as many creatures in, I don't want him, don't want her. Don't need these guys. Or them. Might need them, might need him. Alright, so summon. More spike traps. Put one here. One here. Okay, so that leaves me with actually quite a bit to add more traps in here. So, what do I got for creatures here? I think he has to be in the treasure room. Yeah, see. So your boss one has to be in this room if you're gonna put one in. So let's put in another hamster wheel. Yes. Put one of these here. And then throw a whole whack of these everywhere now. And throw in a bunch of these everywhere now. Oh. It's not working now. Can I reach through that wall? Yes, I can. So now I can use this one to go there and there. So there I can put in the springboard traps. 2 more of these. And just in case they try to sneak up that way. 2 more of those. And 1 more of those. So let's see here. Alright, I can put in 1 more. Where do we need 1? Well, not really any spot we need more, so let's move these up a little bit, just so they're not where they think they would be. And let's put in a couple of the corrosion mines. Where they might sneak in. Like here. And here. Springboard there.
My castle's bursting at the seams.
Can't put that one there. Right in the middle. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I can. And then we'll put the other one right there. Alright, 344. 1 more corrosion. And let's put it right in the dead center of these guys. I'm not going to be able to. Put it right here.
It's crowded in here already.
Let's see if I can do this. Actually, you know what? That's probably a better place for it anyways. Alright, so let's test a route. So this is part of it. Then you got to go through and find out what part you found was the easiest. And go back and change
Is this
that.
what passes for a castle
This should
these
not be
days?
that easy.
Not now.
I'm gonna try to rush through it like most people might. Not too many people that go slow through this.
I just need to catch my breath.
Alright, so we can take a break here. There's me having a break here. This is the hard part. That was super easy. So I'm gonna go back and find out why that was so easy. And there you go. If you're too close to those guys, they hit really hard. But that first trap we made isn't working properly, and I don't know why.
Let's get him, Mr. Pointy.
Okay, so it's not easy to sneak past that one. That's good. So you can see we're about half health and only part way through, and that's if you're trying to rush. So, see? There you can run right through. So, let's leave. Find out. This is where you try to find out what you can change about that. So that was right here. You should not be able to, yes, you know, it probably is. Just probably gonna move that one space. Move these one back. Which means I have to put another row of those in. Which means I have to get rid of this one. Which wasn't doing much anyways. So a bunch of those. And then put in more fire mines.
My castle's bursting at the seams.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, pick these guys up for now, because I need to get this in close. So I should be able to put the rest of those in now. I'll put in 2 of these and 1 corrosion. Do I have any to put in? No, I don't. And there we have it. So that might fix our problem because I gave it 1 extra space away so that it can't roll as far. Can't see it being more than that. But now that we got that, let's see if we can put our minions back in. Yeah, 1 can go there. 1 can go there. And
it's too crowded in here already.
Oh, right, because I put more of those in. Alright, well, we got more room for corrosion mines then. So let's put in some more corrosion mines because they work out great when people are running through. Can we put one? No. We can put one here.
My castle's bursting at the seams.
Alright, so let's try again.
School's in session.
Alright, let's see if we can roll through.
Can't take much more of
And
this.
there you have it. So this is the difficult trap.
Watch and learn. Hang on a second.
Alright, let's try to do this again with a roll. Now we're almost dead, and you gotta kill these guys now in a small area. So if somebody wanted to be brave and keep going,
That's the job.
skip piloting. I have done this a lot in the dungeon. You just try to skip everything.
Is that all you got? I know I was in the middle of
Key is once
something.
you get hit just to get up and keep running. It works sometimes. My goal is to make it so it doesn't work.
I need a vacation.
So see, somebody can run all the way through, and then this is where you use the trick where everything in the dungeon will follow you. And then you just stand there and kill them all.
Plenty more where that came from. Attaboy.
Although I only killed 8 out of the 9 monsters. Where was the 9th monster?
I need a medic. That gets the spot.
There's something somewhere I didn't use. Yeah. So where was he? Right there. And that's why. Now, I think this would be way more beneficial. I'm gonna attempt this. I'm just gonna see, because you're stunned. Let's see how that works. Because when you jump through, you're knocked back and stunned. And then might give them enough time to charge up and finish you off.
Soon be mine.
Alright, so let's try this again.
Hang on a second.
Perfect. Now you'll see how difficult that trap is, because I'll do it again. This time I'll actually try hard to
Those
get past it.
monsters won't know what hit them.
Yeah, just tap.
I can't do that quite yet. I'll get you next time. You're going to be far poorer 3 minutes from now.
perfect, but I think I know something to make it even harder. So I'm going to improve upon it. Where was it? There it was. So get rid of this one. Perfect. Add in another pad.
It's too crowded in here already.
Let's get rid of everything here at the end. And we don't need that one. Because nobody's going to run past and run way up there and then go through. They're going to try to cut through the shortcut here. And now, try to put in a whole whack of these guys.
My castle's bursting at the seams.
So now where's those corrosion mines that I wasn't hitting? Wasn't hitting that one. And when I ran through, somebody's not going to take the wide way, they're going to take the short way. And now we can add a third one of these in. Yeah, I was going to try something different, but we'll try that. Actually, you know what? Let's put one of these here, just in case they try to cut up that way.
Crowded in here already.
Maybe I should actually put it right here. No, somebody won't be bothered by that, so let's do this.
My castle's bursting at the seams.
There we go. Alright, let's try that one. Now those things will fire them as they're running through the Novagamercrew to
Hope
do
you
even
don't
more
mind a
damage.
little friendly visit.
Oh yeah, I almost rolled into that. That's perfect.
What was I doing again?
Oh, I really like this trap. Alright, now to prove to people you can get past it.
Let's go to work.
It's not easy though.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Ah, wait.
Goes down nicely. Not so good over here.
See, it's
This
really difficult because you got these
is
things
not
firing
good.
at you now, so that's way better.
Those monsters won't know what hit them.
Right, I gotta take my time. Alright, made it. No, don't get hit. Oh. Come on, potion. Come on.
Really spry.
And there you have it. So, I just wanted to prove to you guys you could make it past that trap, but as you can see, it's a really good trap. But anyways, that is the defense of this castle. I'm just going to run through it and keep doing it until I get my fastest time I possibly can, and then put it up. But if you guys have any questions about this castle, or you want to think there's some things that I could prove upon, I'm more than welcome to hear your guys' ideas, so feel free to post them below. I'm also going to have a loadout video coming out soon for a new weapon I made for that, so stay tuned for that one. And we also have a new podcast out, so take a look at that. You can see it on iTunes at Super Novacast, or you can also go to our website, or as always on our YouTube as well, or on Facebook. Alright, well that's everything for now. Thank you again for watching, and as always, happy gaming.